Hey rockers, welcome back to Bloody F Mess Official. It has been a long while, and I apologize. We are actually in the middle of a crazy, hectic move, and if you've ever had to pack up a whole house and move, you know how stressful it can be and how taxing. And that's what we're going through now. So, also been dealing with some issues of getting paid from YouTube. Don't know what's going on, but I never received the first payment they did send me a while ago, and I'm still working with my bank and YouTube to figure it out. So I kind of got mad and went on strike for a minute, and then I realized I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing it for the fun and to get the stories out. So to hell with it. When the payment comes through, I'll get it and it'll be there. But right now, I want to tell you about seeing and meeting Marky Ramone and Marky Ramones Blitzkrieg. We were up in Portland, Oregon just a few days ago, and Marky Ramone was playing at the Crystal Ballroom. Well, I was free during the afternoon, and I got dropped off at the Crystal Ballroom thinking, might as well hang out here for a while and wait for Marky to show up, and I'll have a bunch of cool autograph stuff when I leave. Well, it worked. I was there for a little bit, and the hotel shuttle van eventually pulled up right in the front. And Marky Ramone got out with his band, and the band went in, and then myself and about 5 other people were there waiting for Marky, all of them big fans of the Ramones. I gotta say, Marky didn't say a lot. He wasn't like smiley or chatty or making small talk, none of that. He was just simply very cool enough to stop and sign everybody's stuff. No questions asked. Some people had like 10 items, you know. I think I had maybe 5, and he signed them all for me. Vinyl, CDs. You can see behind me that he signed my Ramones tribute CD, my Ramones box set, and also a vinyl and a couple other things that aren't on display here now. He was cool. Like I say, I've had a lot of people in the past tell me, oh, I don't like Marky, or I've had run-ins with him. He's not very nice. And I myself pissed off Marky Ramone once in Peoria, Illinois, and that story is on this channel. If you go down my video list, you can read about that or watch that story being told. So this time I was able to redeem myself, my friends, and Marky was cool. I mean, cool to a point of where he stopped to sign all my stuff, and he didn't have to. You know, he sells his own signed merchandise, so I thought it was pretty cool that he's like old school and was cool enough to stop and sign for everybody. It was nice. I got a cool photo with him, which is on my social media, bloodyf.mess on Instagram, Derek Moody on Facebook. And I gotta tell you, man, when we got there, you know, there was no one there except a couple of people, and it was literally just people that were really hardcore fans. It wasn't just eBay people, so that was nice, man. After that all happened, some time went by, and then I ended up driving down to the venue in the awesome rental car that I had, thanks to you-know-who. And I got down there to meet my friend Shawn Floyd. Now, Shawn is a great dude, a friend of mine, and the cousin of the late Gary Floyd from the Dicks and Sister Double Happiness and whatnot. Me and Shawn have been friends on the phone and email, but never in person. So we met up there. Thank you, Shawn, for buying my ticket to the show that night, by the way. You rock, bro. And we had a blast. We did. We talked. We had a great time. And something really weird happened, and not weird in a bad sense, but in a cosmic sense. Shawn and I were walking down the sidewalk towards the entrance of the Crystal Ballroom, and a girl that was obviously a street girl, and by that I mean she was not doing well, probably living on the streets, bumming money to stay alive, and she didn't look like she was in very good a shape at all. She walked up to me and said, "Do you have a quarter or a couple of quarters?" And then she said the same to Shawn. Well, neither one of us had $1 in our pockets or even any quarters, so we told her, "Sorry, sweetheart, if we had some, we would help you out, but we don't have any money on us." Well, you know what she did? Right then, she opens up her hand, and she had a few, you know, single $1 bills and a bunch of quarters and change people had given her, and she gives Shawn 50 cents, and he's kind of like dumbfounded by this whole thing. She goes to give me 50 cents, and I said, no, let me please re-gift this to you. And she says, nope, I love you, I love you, I love you. And we were just like dumbfounded. And she walks away. I didn't want to take the money, so she puts the money at my feet. Very heavy. Walks away saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. She wasn't going to hear that we were going to try to give her the money back. She wanted us to know, I'm broke, but since you're broke, I'm going to share what I have with you. And I love you, I love you, I love you. It was pretty trippy, man. And I got to say something, man. After the end of the show, so I don't forget, at the very end of the show this night, when we came outside, there was a different girl sitting outside on the corner that looked like she'd been crying. She looked like she's also living on the streets and not doing well, and she was looking for handouts to get by. Me and Shawn looked at each other and said, quarters. And we both took out 50 cents from our pockets and gave it to that girl. And it was kind of a moment that we thought was pretty profound. It wasn't lost on us what had transpired. The money that the girl earlier had given us was given back to another. So that's who the money was supposed to go to. Very profound. So I got to say, the show starts, right? And the opening act is made up of a great band from Portland who I had never heard of called the MISTONS. And man, they were killer. I got to tell you, man, they were a three-piece band, very angsty, very energetic, very good, lots of great original songs. And Shawn told me that the guitar player / singer of that band is a very known Portland punk rock kind of icon. Don't know his name. I feel bad about that, but I did say on this video that I love them, and I do. And if you're a fan of that band, well, yeah. And I did put a video somewhere on the internet. If you type in MISTONS, Portland, Oregon, Crystal Ballroom, it'll probably pop up. I got to say, man, after the MISTONS played, I was really excited. The place started to really get full for MARKY Ramones Blitzkrieg. Good crowd, tons of energy. Everyone was in a good mood. Shawn was explaining to me how the floors in a Crystal Ballroom are like made with springs so that you can jump up and down, and the floor literally kind of almost like a trampoline effect. It's pretty trippy because it's like wood floors that move. And I saw people freaking out on it like, am I tripping? But it was neat because you can rock out and like pogo in that place, and the floor rocks with you. It was wild. A lot of people dancing, a lot of people talking. I met a cool subscriber from this channel who is in town from Texas, and he came up to me and said hello. That was pretty cool. I gotta say, the band went on and they played, I believe, 30 songs during the show. And when MARKY Ramones Blitzkrieg came on, there was no stopping. There was no talk in between songs. There was no onstage crappy banter that's all generic and pre-planned. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. Song after song after song. 30 songs. 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta tell you, man, I never saw Marky Ramone even miss a beat or break a sweat during the show. And another observation, that band, none of them that I saw, stopped to even take a drink of water during the show. That's nuts. These guys were expelling some crazy energy. Now, they weren't playing as fast as the Ramones used to play live. They were doing the songs true to form, the way they were on the records, and it was awesome. All they did was the best of the Ramones and even more. Just classic after classic. Not a single song I didn't know the words to. It was really fun to sing along, and it was just a great time being there. There was a lot of merch being sold. Marky Ramone signed posters were like $10. T-shirts were $20, very reasonable. That was really cool. I know Shawn picked up a picture for his collection, and he's like, dang, for $10? I said, dude, rockers don't sell stuff this cheap. That's cool. Shout out to Marky for selling that stuff and making it affordable at least, you know what I mean? I got to tell you the set list that night. I'm just going to run down this set list. Do You Want to Dance? The old Bobby Freeman cover opened the show. Then into one of my favorite Ramone songs, Havana Affair. Teenage Lobotomy was next, into Commando. Beat on the Brat. I Don't Care. Sheena Is a Punk Rocker. And I got to tell you, man, the band he had assembled was really good. The drums were very loud. You could definitely hear the drums very loudly. They did bring it down after a couple songs because it was a little too loud, and they did adjust it to where it sounded really good. The band was on it. They were very practiced, especially the singer. The singer was awesome. He wasn't any Joey Ramone impersonator, but the guy was really good at sounding a lot like Joey Ramone with his own kind of chutzpah, his own energy, his own shakti that he was bringing to the performance. Very good. Very, very good. Strong voice. It lasted the whole set, and that guy was professional and a great, great front man. Very energetic. Now I Want to Sniff Some Glue is next. We're a Happy Family. I Just Want to Have Something to Do, into I Want to Be Well. Chinese Rocks, the great Heartbreakers / Ramones classic. Rockaway Beach. Then into Gimme Gimme Shock Treatment, another one of my favorites. Then they did a Chris Montez cover of Let's Dance. Into Surfin' Bird, which was really good. The singer, he had it down, man. Lots of great effects from his voice. Really cool. Judy is a Punk was next on the list. I Want to Be Your Boyfriend. I Believe in Miracles. The KKK Took My Baby Away was next. Pet Cemetery, which was really fun. Everyone singing along to all these songs. Needles and Pins, the great Jackie DeShannon cover. That was really awesome, man. I Want to Be Sedated. I swear I already said that once, didn't I? Did I already say I Want to Be Sedated earlier? No, maybe not. Huh, weird. Then Oh, I Love Her So, into California Sun, the old Joe Jones cover. I Don't Want to Walk Around With You, into Cretin Hop. God, what a great song list. The 28th song, She's the One, right into the song Pinhead. Gabba Gabba, we accept you, one of us. And then they did You're Gonna Kill That Girl. I'm sorry, no they didn't. They did Ramones, Ramones, which was a song made popular and written by Lemmy and Motorhead. Yeah, that was a nice surprise to hear them do. The band left the stage for a few minutes, and I'm telling you, man, after all those songs and no breaks and no slow stuff, everyone was pretty drained. I was feeling like, damn, I got my money worth, and I didn't even pay for my own ticket. I'm just making a joke. I felt like very satisfied, like I had had a lot of rock and roll. So the audience wasn't very loud during the encore. When the band left the stage, it wasn't like, yeah, more. I think everyone was freaking tired. But I told Shawn, this is kind of weird, man. The lights went down and there wasn't hardly that much noise being made. Nobody was leaving, however, so I think people were just drained. I mean, God, a lot of Ramones fans are 50 plus, you know what I'm saying? But they did come back out, and I swear to you, halfway through the encore, I thought to myself, these guys are playing as long of an encore as they did a set. I mean, they came out and did 3, 6, and like 9, 10 more songs for the encore. 1, 2, 3, 4, one after the other. And here is the encore songs, my friends. You're Gonna Kill That Girl, right into Rock and Roll High School. Then they went into Chainsaw. Have You Ever Seen the Rain? The great Creedence Clearwater Revival classic. Then they went to get into Glad to See You Go. Great one. Listen to My Heart. Into Do You Remember Rock and Roll Radio? What a classic, man. The 38th song of the night, believe it or not, was a cover of the Louis Armstrong song, What a Wonderful World, which Joey Ramone recorded for his solo album. And that was so cool to see these guys playing that song. It really touched me. I was almost a little misty-eyed because I was, a big Joey fan. And that song was not only played at my wedding, but it was also played at my mother's funeral. Yeah. So it was it's got a very sentimental meaning to me. Blitzkrieg Bop was the very last song of the night. Everyone singing along. Like I said, we were pretty fried from the energy and the constant pogoing for that entire set. And then the encore being so long, it was just like, man, thank you, Marky Ramones Blitzkrieg, for giving us our money's worth. Thank you, Shawn Floyd, a.k.a. Deacon Floyd of the Church of Rock, for being such a good friend. Thank you, guys. Please take a moment to subscribe to my video channel or my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video if you liked it. Leave a comment if you liked. Let me know where you're watching from or any memories you have of Ramones-related stuff. And I'll try to be back as soon as I can. We are in the middle of moving 30 minutes north of here. That's all I'm going to say. And we're going to be in by Halloween. So that doesn't give me much time to get ready. So going to try to get back here soon with more true punk, rock, and metal tales and stories from my own personal life and radio show and music career, etc. Thanks again, rockers. Long live the Ramones. Their music will never die, and I will never not be a Ramones fan. And I got to say, shout out to my friend Richie Ramone. And I got to say something. There's always been this weird beef, not on Richie's side, but from Marky, where he's got this attitude, I guess, against Richie. And I've heard about it from many, many, many sources. And I just got to say, that's a bummer. I wish that wasn't a thing. But my youngest daughter, Audrey, talked to Marky the other day and asked if he talks to CJ much. And he says, nah, I don't talk to him anymore. So I guess it's not just Richie that Marky doesn't talk to, and that's sad. But what are you going to do? I'm not here to judge. I'm just telling you the information I know and giving you my little opinions here and there. Long live the Ramones. Long live you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you, or I appreciate you. Cheers.